Hey there, friends. What's going on? My name is Rabbit, and thank you for joining me for episode number 21 of Let's Play Through Final Fantasy Origins, specifically Final Fantasy 1 on the PlayStation 1. As promised when we parted ways in our previous video, I did run all the way back through the Terra Cavern. It was a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I did it so that we can kickstart this video by using our brand spanking new Earth Rod that we received from a nameless sage in an area called the Sage's Cave, but we had to go through the Titan's Cave first to even get there by feeding some weird golem a star ruby. It was a series of rather odd events, I would say, but either way, we did go ahead and grab this Earth Rod, which is nice because we do need it to move forward and truly see if we can get to the bottom of what's going on with the Earth Crystal and the decay that the town of Melmond is facing. So let's go ahead and approach this for the second time, and it says a stone plate rests on the floor. It seems to emanate an evil force, so this is the same information that we were given before. But we have a rod now. We've got the rod. Do I have to do something? I mean, we've never had to... Oh, I guess we do have to use it. Oh. Interesting. Okay. That is peculiar that they required us to actually actively select the Earth Rod in this instance, because in the past, you know, the Mystic Key, you just interact with the doors and you go through. I guess we've not had to use the loot yet, so we're not entirely sure what purpose this will serve, but the crown, I mean, we approached the king, aka Astos, and bing bang boom, everything kind of ended up transpiring as a result of him seeing it in our inventory, and the same thing for the Star Ruby, so, and the nitro powder. Interesting. That's kind of blowing my mind a little bit, but I guess I can't sit here just perplexed forever. Let's continue into the depths of Terra Cavern. We are now on floor 4, and I'm trying to brace myself for everything that awaits us, because the encounter right here, friends, pain in the patootie, but it's okay. We've got nothing but mana charges to our name, so if I'm in areas like this, or I should say situations like this, where there's only a few creatures that have approached us, I'm going to try to use up my Dia 1 and then throw out some hands against the enemy moving forward. I'm trying to avoid saying fisting, but, you know, Burl does use his fist, so you guys know what I mean if I accidentally say that. But we should be good. I won't waste another Dia. I think we'll get through this by just walloping them down, and we'll see what's here on the 4th floor. The sage made it sound like there's someone or something else that needs to be taken out in order for us to fix the issue in Melmond. So whether it's another person or, you know, I really don't know what the situation could be. But we'll find out, and treasure! I'm all about it. But I'm guessing some Nomas. Ooh, Hill Gigas. It's been a minute. I've seen you guys before. Remember, guys, back at my training grounds, we ended up encountering those fellas a little bit early. I really do want to get rid of the wolf first, because the poison is going to be no bueno. The Hill Gigas does a lot of damage, but over time, that poison's going to get on my nerves, too. So, we will go ahead, wallop him down. And the Hill Gigas is nothing now. He was a pain to deal with when we were lower levels, but the gil that we amassed from my training grounds earlier on, I still think it's worth it to take the time to backtrack there at various points to get the gil that you need. And whoo, an ogre mage, that is new. And I don't think I like the looks of that. So let's throw out a fire too, and I'm gonna just focus him first, if I could actually scroll over him. Yeah, I think he needs to go, I'm gonna say. And I don't really want to waste a second fire 2. Let's just do a fire 1, just in case he is still standing. The fire 1's not going to be that impactful, but, you know, whatever. It might go ahead and clean up one of the enemies that is still standing following this round of spells and physical attacks. So we'll see what it's gonna go on. Not the creature I really needed it to. But no problem. I am all over the place with my targeting, you guys. There's no focus to my strategy here. We're just throwing hands and worrying about the outcomes after the fact. Okay. Last Ogre Chieftain. See ya. I'm trying to grab my treasure. I'm really not trying to deal with any of you. But that's a nice little chunk of change, so we should be grateful for that. We found a staff, which we'll look at here in a moment. Let's see what's guarding treasure chest number 2. Oh, another batch of these fools. I'll want to go ahead and heal up Rohit shortly, but I'll wait until we probably take out another set of guards. But okay, 3,400 gil in this chest, not too bad. I think we can make that work anyway. And oh my gosh, you guys again? All right, let's try this again. I'm going to see if I can approach some of these chests maybe from the side, and that might help avoid some of the situations that we're facing. So 1520 gil in that chest. What? I approached you from the side. I guess it can't be helped. Oh, sphinxes. Well, there's only 2 of them. Oh my gosh, they kind of look like... What are those things called? Oh, I'm spacing, you guys. And from Full Metal Alchemist, the thing that crazy dad turned his daughter and the dog into. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? Or am I sounding absolutely nutso right now? Oh my gosh. I don't remember what it's called. Because is it homunculus? Is that what it's called? No, those were the things that Ed and Al thought. I don't remember what it was called, but if you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, then you at least know what I'm talking about. This looks like the thing that adorable little girl got turned into with her dog because the dad was just awful. That was some scary crap. Oh my gosh, talk about a blast from the past. I loved Full Metal Alchemist when I watched it back in the day. I will say, I still to this day have not watched Brotherhood. I watched the original series and I thought it was pretty good. I've heard from some people that they prefer Brotherhood to the original Full Metal Alchemist series. I guess just because Brotherhood technically follows the manga a little bit more so, I guess, in terms of it being accurate. And I say that in air quotes because, you know, there can be different interpretations of a story or, you know, different outcomes, alternate paths, alternate realities. So I don't think the fact that Full Metal Alchemist, the first series, is different from the manga or it went in a different direction. 1455 gil, nothing to see here. Move! Do you guys see this? This bat just driving me nuts. But anyway, I don't think it's necessarily that one is inherently better than the other just because one follows the manga more legitimately than the other. I think they both probably have their merits and they both present something different and might appeal to different audiences. It's my understanding that Brotherhood, the fight sequences are done a little bit better. Maybe it's more fluid, maybe it's more exciting. I don't know. I've not watched it, but I've heard some people just prefer Brotherhood. But then again, I've met a couple of people that say the original does a better job with character development and the actual storytelling up till a certain point. So I don't know, but I'd be interested in watching Brotherhood at some point. And 5450 gil, so that's pretty nice. We did have to go through some fights to get all this, but a staff is kind of the only big thing we picked up. And I think that's old news, I want to say. Let me see. The only person who I would even give it to. Yeah, that is so old. Game, why would you even troll me with this garbage staff? It just, I don't even know what to say. I feel like, was this really what I was supposed to find in here? Does that not seem odd? I guess it is what it is. Let's just head out and keep searching. There's got to be a path for us to take. I don't even remember how we got in here. Did I come up from the left-hand side or did I come from the bottom? And oh my gosh, all these creatures. These guys are kind of old. You know, this might be a waste of my spells. Oh no, let me not be ridiculous. I really don't want to deal with these waves anymore, but at the same time, I guess it is what it is, and I don't want to go ahead and use up all my spells on easy peasy creatures. Let's probably not the best use of my resources, so I will just grin and bear it, and it will be okay. We'll get rid of you, and then I probably need to continue. There was no other way for us to go in that direction where that treasure room was. So let's try this western section, and there's got to be something else over here. I think I came from the southeastern side, I want to say. This is why, as a kid, I had to always draw my own maps because I never, ever knew where I was going or what was going on. Actually, this might be the way that we came. It looks kind of familiar, but maybe it's not. And oh, Pisco Demons, long time no see. Just kidding, I've seen you guys relatively recently, but I will not be engaging with you all for too long because I've got places to be and people to see. I'm not sure, though, if we took out the vampire, who else could really be behind all of the shenanigans going on with the Earth Crystal and Mailman? Is it another vampire? Is it a totally different being, someone that was controlling the vampire? We didn't really get a whole lot of explanation to it, and we're kind of just operating on suspicions at this point. Oh my gosh, I'm already down to 50 potions, and I'm going to dig myself even a deeper hole here in my pocket. But it's okay, that's what I bought them for. I don't need to be greedy. I don't need to hoard items. They're so inexpensive. Deep breath, rabbit. Just chug it and keep on moving. I think we came in maybe from that bottom path, right? We'll see what's over here. And then if I have to run back, then it is what it is. So obnoxious. Sometimes they do deal a bit of damage. But hey, Tyrone got a level 2 HP. That's embarrassing, Tyrone. But he did gain some intelligence and some endurance. Rohit's got to be close. Right? Oh, 21. I was going to say, it's odd that Tyrone hit it without Rohit, but he should get it in this next encounter. And then Melvin as well as Burl are not too far behind, guys. So we will see ourselves with some new levels. And where the heck am I even going? I think this is how I got down here, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Did I just turn myself in a circle? I really don't want to deal with you guys. Let's throw out a Dia 1 and pray that we can get it off before they paralyze. Okay. I'm always ready for their shenanigans. These stupid whites and gas. If they get consecutive paralysis off on everyone, so each single one of them gets one of my party members, it's a wrap then. Well, I shouldn't say it's a wrap, but it could be a wrap because then they'll just continuously attack you and there's nothing you can do to stop it until paralysis goes away. But there's the level for Rohit, 29 HP, some strength, some luck, and that's it. No intelligence? Looks like he's becoming... Wait, that looks like it's going down, so maybe we didn't come in this way? Well, we'll see. I honestly don't remember what the entrance to this floor looked like, which is not good for me. If I'm gonna have to backtrack out of this, oh my gosh. Okay, well, we are in a new section, the 5th floor. Let's see how we want to do this. These bats. I kind of want to run over that way, but I think... Oh, Lord. Let's just run this way and we'll see. This might take us where we need to go, but I kind of want to say there's something to the right-hand side, too. I don't know. We're so close, guys. We will just throw out some Dias. I feel like... Well, maybe the treasure's on this side, and then where we need to go is on the right side. Well, we'll figure it out. Half the time, I'm like, I remember where I'm going, and then I'm totally lost. And then there are moments where I'm like, oh, I thought for sure I was lost, and I find exactly where I need to go. So it's a crapshoot, and it's anybody's guess. But, oh, this is the treasure side, so we'll have to run back to the... Oh, no! There is a crystal. Let's go ahead and just heal up, just in case. Now, I incorrectly over-prepared for that fight with the vampire, so we probably are fine, and I more than likely could just go ahead and hang on to some of these potions instead of force-feeding it to my team, but you guys know my mantra, better safe than sorry. We will go ahead and do a memo save just in case things get a little hairy and a little scary, and let's approach this crystal and see what on earth is going on. Who speaks to me? I think I'm the one that should be asking that. Who are you? I am the force withholding the power of the earth. Away with you, humans. Well, who are you? That's not a proper introduction, sir. I could use a name. Ooh, look at this fella, Lich. Oh, Lord, you guys, this is going to be the fight of fights. Actually, I don't think it'll be that bad. If I remember correctly, I think he is weak to fire, and, you know, tapping into my experience playing Dota 2, Lich is a frost character, so I think he does a lot of ice damage. Fire from us should be the way to go, and I'm also going to go ahead and cast Null Ice just to reduce his ice damage by half, which will be nice for us. And while I'm thinking about it, I will throw out a haste onto Burl, and then I'll slap one onto Rohit as well. Then Tyrone will focus on getting out fire damage. I think this fight will be fairly straightforward. It's one of the few that I do recall with, I'd say, a decent level of depth. But yeah, with that Null Ice, he's got nothing. I will go ahead. I think he's probably weak to, not weak to, but he's probably susceptible to Dia since he's technically undead. Let's just try it again. We'll just test the waters, we'll see. And I'll throw out my second haste onto Rohit. And then it's just a matter of walloping him down. He's not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage to us moving forward. But yeah, that Dia 1 did 70. It's not bad at all. Oh, Lord. Well, but if he hits us with a sleep, then that could be bad. Oh, well, it's fine. We've got damage for days. We'll do another Dia 1 since it was fairly effective, I would say. I think he's going to be easy peasy. I mean, you can't even stop Burl. Look at the damage he's doing. We might be... Oh, why are you casting haste on yourself? I don't think his physical attacks are that bad. Let me just try a Fire 3. We'll just see what it does because Rohit's physical attacks are not really getting the job done that much. We'll do a Dia 2 just for funsies. And what was I even channeling for you? Was it a Fire 3? I think the other person's doing Fire 3. Oh, I was putting haste on Rohit. I was like trying to remember what was I queuing for Tyrone. But it doesn't matter either way because Lich has fallen to the strength of Burl, the buffs of Tyrone, the anti-buffs, I guess, of Melvin, and Rohit just looking pretty with that awesome feather in his cap. So we got 550 XP, which is nothing major to write home about, but 3,000 gil, you know, we'll happily stash that in our pockets to use later. All right, Lich, see you later, bozo. You messed with the wrong ones. Don't you know we're the Warriors of Light? And Rohit is the one holding the Earth Crystal. So did we resolve the issues now at Melmond by taking down Lich? We must have. All right! We did it! Our first major boss fight, and I feel like we saved a part of the land as a result of taking him down, so that's exciting! Yay! Oh boy, I mean, we're all celebrating too. That's fabulous. Let's just approach it and see. This is the altar of Earth, from which the power of Earth flows forth. Okay, so thanks to us, now the altar of Earth is good to go. Lich is gone, and I'm guessing Melmond should officially be saved. So let's go ahead and step on this portal to avoid having to run back out of Terra Cavern. And we're here, back outside, friends. Woohoo! Ah, we did it. We knocked out quite a bit, and look, in the lower right-hand corner, the Earth Crystal is now illuminated and colored in, whereas the other 3 crystals are still grayed out. So I would say we've tackled one of the 4 major objectives that we're going to have to focus on for our journey here in Final Fantasy I. So we still got a little bit to go, about 25% through the game, I would say. Well, of course, we will just have to find out together because I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers for those of you that are watching blindly. But let's go ahead and part ways here. We will not only have this be the end of this episode, but we'll go ahead and have this wrap up our recording session, and I will dive back into playing Lufia and the Fortress of Doom, which is the other game in my Let's Play rotation. So just so you guys can see, Burl is pretty close to level 20. Melvin is also close to level 20. I am going to run back to Melmond. I will not enter the town without you guys. I will go ahead and, well, I need to save though. But you know what? I can't shop in Melmond, so I will once again, because I'm lame, I will go back to Cornelia so that I can sleep there. It's cheaper anyway. I will go ahead and repurchase all of the potions that I need because we're down to 27 from the 99 that I had stocked up on previously. I'll go ahead and replenish all of my items. I'll sleep, I'll save. And then when we come back together in a few weeks for episode number 22, we will be ready to hit the ground running. I'll be outside of Melmond. We'll talk to everyone again, and then we'll figure out what we need to do next in order to re-illuminate the other remaining 3 crystals or elemental crystals, whatever they're called. But until then, my friends, take care, be good, and I, your host Rabbit, cannot wait until we come back together for our upcoming episode of Let's Play Through Final Fantasy I, specifically via the lens of Final Fantasy Origins on the PlayStation 1. I'll see you guys soon. Take good care of yourselves.